It's time to Nerdfights. Working culture collides in a world full of thrills. The filtered opinions, they set ignite. The debates that announce the opinions and debates that ignite. Mr. Know-it-all, yeah, he's alright. Bringing you the latest in movie shows and all things tight. But hold on to your war course, don't let him slip. Cause the real captain here is SaltyTrekker on the ship. Navigating the cosmos, pop culture's delight. Debating what's nerdy, we keeping it tight. You know what that means, so don't lose sight. It's time to fight. Nerdfights. Navigating the cosmos, pop culture's delight. Debating what's nerdy, we keeping it tight. You know what that means, so don't lose sight. It's time to fight. Nerdfights. 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 Nerdfights, Nerdfights. Let's battle it out, bring the heat tonight. It's time to Nerdfight. Nerdfight.
Y'all know what it is. It's Friday night. Time to get your nerd on. We got Mr. Know-it-all, the SaltyTrekker and Dorkknight. Are y'all ready? Aight, here we go. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. Cause tonight is going down. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nerd Fight. I'm, of course, your host, Mr. Know-it-all. Salty will be here shortly. He's running a little bit late, but he told us to go ahead and get this bad boy started and cranked up. But joining me for now is Danny Dorkknight. Sir, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Been a busy week.
Excellent. You have a good week?
Yeah, launched a website, working on another website.
Oh, man.
Did some really cool graphics. Anybody who follows me on Twitter, check out the cool Las Vegas Sphere. I designed the Cosmic Comics 30th anniversary version of their logo that is on that photo of the sphere.
Very cool.
That was pretty cool.
Man.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be joined by Lore Reloaded at some point because he wants to weigh in on the episode as well. But hustler, it's right. No, Danny's always hustling, man. This guy knows how. If there's anybody who knows how to run around and get stuff busy, it's this guy for sure.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything good since the last time we saw you? What did you think of last episode? Well, before we jump into
oh God, yeah. I'm sorry I missed last week. Personal issues came up, but it was my favorite episode of the season so far. Same. I enjoyed, and MJ liked it a lot. I really enjoyed. Do you got to go, babe? Well, hurry up! I'm live. Come on, get it out of the way.
People okay, that's good, man. Go for it.
There you go.
Look at that.
So
I love how she just appears because you have that green screen set up. So it's like she just morphs in and morphs away.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Oh my God! Right here, Danny. Right here. Can we get a Nerdfights logo on the sphere? Just sneak it in for 30 seconds, real fast.
I'll see what I can do.
Super quick. QR code and everything.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was really, even though we haven't really spent a ton of time with these characters, the Vulcan that died, I forget his name.
Bob.
What was it?
I thought it was Bob or Bobby or something like that. It was something.
I don't know. The point, yeah. Even though I don't remember his name, I felt the emotional weight of his death. It was really well.
He'd been there even in the pranking episodes. He'd been there as even if he was a pain. It's like you don't want These guys were all enemies in fun. They were enemies like school enemies, like a bully.
Yeah,
It wasn't like so when the way he went out was so Starfleet boss, man.
It really was. It was a good episode. So, and I had high hopes for the follow up because one thing I was hoping, and I think you said this on your review, that they were moving forward, that we would feel the weight the impact of last week's episode. And I didn't want him to just kind of like, well, that happened and then move on. That's the only thing. And we'll talk about it later when Lori gets here and Salty. But that was the one thing they did right with this week's episode, I think. But anyway, as far as anything else I've watched, I'm almost done with Blacklist. I'm on episode.
Are you really?
Yeah, season 10, episode 3. So,
dude, you have just hauled through that show. I love it.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
One of my favorite shows. Yeah,
it's so good. So, and I watched The Wrecking Crew, which I loved. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime.
That's with Jason Momoa and Batista, right?
Yeah, and Marina Baccarin. She's so hot and such a good. The movie was so good.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, dude.
We're gonna say hi. We're gonna greet people as we wait for everybody to show.
Yeah, why not? You know,
yeah, I love it.
But yeah, so that's about. What about you? You watch anything?
Oh my god, so much stuff. No, so funny. We got to talking about Tubi last week, and just off the cuff about something silly, and I realized I went to Tubi this week, and man, it's got so much crap. Babylon 5 is there. There's all kinds of stuff, man. I can't believe.
I've been trying to talk,
dude.
I've been trying to talk Salty into doing like we can't even finish the Battlestar Galactica watch along, but I've been trying to talk him into Babylon 5 for years. Like
Babylon 5 is dope. People don't understand if you can, and now I have to say, if you have to get past the visual effects, but you have to also remember at the time, this was the first show that went out on a limb and was like, all right, we're going to do all CGI ships. We're not going to do models.
Yeah, this is like in the 90s too, right? It's like in the 90s. You know, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it was giving you straight up like early PlayStation graphics, but it was cool for the time because they were doing neat stuff, you know. And the story really superseded everything visually that was going on because the story was just incredible.
Yeah. No, I love Babylon 5. I just watched it. Finished watching it with my friend. Well, during the pandemic, my buddy and we watched.
I think you went underwater. Where'd you go?
Hello. Is this better?
No, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. A buddy and I
there you go.
binged it during the pandemic. That
rock on, man.
That and Farscape, man. Farscape's another channel.
Farscape is so brilliant.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could go back in time, I'd be like, I have to become a YouTuber then, so just so I could talk about Farscape.
Dude, the Looney Tunes episode is like you just need to get really stoned and watch that.
I just watched that recently.
Did you?
That's awesome. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So Street Preacher did not like The Rip on Netflix with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So I liked it.
I don't know. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. It was a movie. I didn't hate it. It was a movie. And by that I mean it's a mediocre movie with good talent. That's like most of the Ryan Reynolds movies that come out on Netflix. They're passable. They're okay. None of them like blew my socks off. Oh, that's a lie. The one time travel one with the younger version of himself, that one was dope. And even though it's so cool, I can't remember the name right this second. That's how cool it was.
So another thing I watched that I highly, highly recommend, I'd love for us to review it, even though it's not really nerdy, is Free Burt on Netflix. It's 6 episodes. They're about 25, 30 minutes each. They fly by. It's one of those shows, like as soon as you finish watching the first one, you binge it all.
All right, listen, Penny has officially said she enjoyed The Rip. That means that's now the official vote for this show. Is The Rip is a good thing. So thank you, Penny, for being our roving journalist, watching these things for us, our roving reviewer.
You know, the Street Preacher was talking about the John Woo directed Ben Affleck movie was Paycheck, and I actually really, really like Paycheck.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say right now, I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed it also. People are like, that movie's Paycheck because that's all Ben Affleck's trying to get. No, man, I enjoy that movie.
That was a good flick.
Anything has to do with time travel or the perception of time travel, because it's not. It's just that he loses. That they cut a chunk.
They erase his memory, and then he spends the whole movie trying to piece back. He left himself clues.
Brilliant, because literally he's a reverse engineer. So the problem writes itself in terms of how the thing works. It's brilliant. It's smart. It's a smart one. I enjoyed it. I know that much. Yeah. So, but anyway, no, that Will Smith playing himself as a kid, not that one.
Yeah. Have you heard about Have you heard about Free Burt? To circle back to that, have you
That
heard about
sounds
it?
super familiar. It sounds
It's got
familiar. What
Burt.
is that?
It's got Burt Kreischer in it. It's a comedy.
Yes.
It's loosely based off of his real life, and
Yeah.
his daughters, the girl that plays his youngest daughter, is gold. I mean, if you want, if you enjoy, and I'm a, I live in Vegas, so obviously I'm a deviant. If you enjoy watching 8-year-olds cuss a lot,
Okay, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Do not take creative pauses anymore after phrases like that. You're like, if you're into 8-year-olds doing something like, whoa, bro, can we not
no, with filthy mouths, just
finish
cussing
the
and
whole
saying outlandish stuff, because it's just so funny. I mean, she says
No,
the craziest stuff,
I
So
believe that.
yeah, I'm trying to
It's good
think if there's
stuff, man.
anything else I watched. I think I binged that.
Right? Just he's like, I don't know. Maybe there's something else. I don't. Okay, you want to know what I watched just to be crazy here? I don't know. Okay, so I had a project. It was one of the projects where it's going to be real monotonous, and I needed background noise. I literally put Masters of the Universe Revolutions, the last He-Man one from Netflix. I put it on over in the background, if nothing else, because it sounds amazing. If you can ignore the story, the music is cool. The stuff that, and I'm just like, all right, man, yeah, it's just, and it was enough background noise to allow me to just filter and focus in. And every now and again, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Catch
And
a
then
cool,
come back.
yeah.
Exactly. Catch a moment or something. So yeah, the other one, the next one that's hot on my list is going to be Boston Legal. Boston Legal
Oh,
is
yeah.
it's on. They just brought it to the Hulu Disney Channel now, so Disney Plus, and via the Hulu whatever, and it's so good.
Oh, I love. I mean, that's what got me into Burn or
Pretty sure. Have you guys watched any of the new Game of Thrones spin-offs, Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Yes, I have. It is brilliant.
I didn't even know this existed.
Oh my God, it is so brilliant. Also, hey, everybody, welcome Laura Reloaded.
Hey, Laura.
How are you, sir?
Doing well. What you guys up to?
Just chilling. Salty should be here shortly, but he said we can start without him. So we're more than welcome to start talking stuff. But we've just kind of been passing the time a little bit, talking about what we're doing this week and watching. Do you watch stuff when you're not I know you're like a workaholic like I am. Do you watch anything like just for recreation?
Dude, if you can find some time for me to watch some stuff, I'll be happy.
I was going to say.
No,
he's like, if it's not about Star Trek or researching a video, I don't watch anything anymore.
Yeah,
I feel you. Yeah,
I feel you.
That and I'm having to move.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever So I know when I'm working, Mr. Know-It-All just kind of talked about while he's working, having stuff on in the background. I usually do like podcasts or stand-up comedy, something I can passively listen to, don't really have to watch, and doesn't distract me too much. Do you have anything like, what's your go-to when you're working, background kind of movie or show or something? Is there one?
So I'll generally do like music or something if I can,
Music?
but a lot of what am I doing is like video and audio editing, so I don't.
You can't. I got you. Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
I'm
mostly
either-
doing graphic design, so that's easier to
Yeah.
have something on.
So if I'm researching, I can listen to some music and stuff, but that's like 1/5 of what I do. Then I got to record it, then I got to edit the recording, and then I got to,
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So, Laura, I wasn't here last week. Real quick before we get into this week's episode, I know how Mr. Know-It-All felt because I got to watch his. Your reviews are so good, by the way, dude. What did you think, Laura, of last week's?
Of last week's?
Yeah. I loved it. Just to bury the lead, not bury the lead.
So I think it was good. I think the first 4 minutes of it nearly destroyed it. I wouldn't have watched it if I didn't do this for a living.
Why does sex make you uncomfortable? Like,
sex doesn't make me uncomfortable. In fact, I enjoy sex. I have a lot of it. I enjoy.
Okay, yeah, you were good.
I enjoy
sex.
Good. I enjoy sex with Asians mostly, but I enjoy sex overall. Okay, so I really like sex. Not only that, I actually enjoy watching sex. Not only do I enjoy watching sex,
oh
I
God, I'm
enjoy
sorry.
reading
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
I'm
let's
sorry.
just so that we can all get that understood. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I don't, unless I specifically am feeling kind of fetishy, I don't want sex in my Star Trek. Okay. So unless
I feel like I know way more about you than I wanted to know.
Unless I'm going to a website that rhymes with corn cob, I don't want to watch sex in my Star Trek.
Do you ever see that that Star Trek: The Next Generation porn parody? I'm not really.
We're not having this conversation.
I'm not a porn guy, but it's worth watching just out of morbid curiosity.
First off, every time a guy says, "I'm not a porn guy," you look like you sound like the most hardcore porn guy.
I mean, I'm more like an erotica. I like reading my porn than anything else. But
wow, where is Salty when I need a good hit of misogyny? Where's that?
And then. And the way to go.
So you're not giving up porn for Lent, is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. No, I can assure you of that. No, I can assure you. I usually do chat bots these days. I don't actually. Okay. So it's interactive. I don't even read it. I interact.
You know what's crazy? Did you ever watch? We were talking about Blacklist earlier. Did you ever watch Blacklist, Laura?
That sounds. Is that the one with the
James Spader?
Yeah.
So I just finished watching an episode where they had and it was so unrealistic, where they had the sex bots, but it was played by humans.
Even your mom is pointing out just how quickly the show went off the rails and that fast. So quick.
Anyway, all right. Sorry. Back to last week's episode, Laura. Did you like it other than the first 4 minutes?
Well, let's address that one thing too. Like, it would be like Hitler coming on the Barney show and being like, "Why don't you like historical events?" Like, It just doesn't go along with it. Okay. I don't want Hitler reading Mein Kampf on Barney. I don't want sex shows on Star Trek. That's just the way
that's totally fair. I was shocked when I saw her on top of him and the side boob. I was like, "Whoa! I've never seen this on Star Trek."
You're right. I swear, I thought there was nipple.
But I thought,
what is this show? This isn't the Star Trek.
I rewatched that scene quite a few times for research purposes. There was no nipple shot.
The old guy in the room.
He doesn't
watch it like this when I was 13.
So I will say, the first 4 minutes would have destroyed it. I wouldn't have watched it, but everything after that made it a good show. Like, that's how good it was for me.
Yeah.
It redeemed it. Yeah, I thought that it was a really good Star Trek show.
Well, that said, now who wants to start with the hot takes for this week's dumpster fire?
I'll do it. I felt like honestly, I think what they got the A and B plots confused as far as I'm concerned. The episode's literally called after Cosine, which is the best man thing going on with Durham's crew, and that to me should not have been
Durham and
because that should not have been the plot. The whole thing with Genesis should have been the A plot, in my opinion, because frankly, she's committing fraud on a level that is dangerous for Starfleet. And that, like, it borderlines on academic treason, what she does there, because she's literally looking, and everyone's like, but it's just cheating. No. This is going to affect someone who will eventually command a starship. And for that to happen under fraudulent pretenses, I'm like blown away by. This isn't a go slap him on the butt and say, "Hey, you're just like Kirk. Great job." This is like dangerous, what she's trying to do.
So let's run through.
Glazed right over it.
So let's run through the events. Let's run through the events real quick.
Well, let's do hot takes first, and then do that.
Sure. Okay. You want a hot take?
Did you finish your hot take, sir?
Yeah, I'm done. Go for it.
All right. Lord, do you want to go? Or you want?
I can go if you want to. Yeah, we'll let you anchor it. Okay. After last week's episode, after liking it so much, this one was a real letdown, and it was boring. MJ fell asleep while we watched it. You know, it was just so. This is my least favorite episode.
Really?
So, yeah. So there you go. There's my hot take. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Discovery, season 1, episode 1. Before it even went live, what they decided to do was to make it against a certain type of people. Whether I agree with that or not doesn't matter. What they decided to do was to say, if you believed in a certain type of ethos, if you believed in a certain politician, you were bad. And that the Star Trek episode itself was saying that you are bad. They did not want a certain demographic, a certain political leaning watching the Star Trek show. That was infinite. Oh, before I say that, that is what empowered the fandom menace and has brought us to where we are today, where we are so disjointed and people are making so much money just to hate watch stuff. That played an important role in that. Now, that was infinitely better than the episode that happened on Thursday. I would take 1,000 of those episodes than what happened on Thursday. There was nothing about this that was Star Trek. There was no Star Trek in it whatsoever. Not only was it not a good Star Trek show, it wasn't a Star Trek show, but not only was it a bad Star Trek show, it was a bad science fiction, generalized general show, generic. For a generic show, it was very, very bad.
You didn't like the warp slug?
The people in a post-burn civilization, they have a species that can go to warp.
Yeah.
Did no one think this through?
I know, right? That was ridiculous.
But I kind of want to push back on Know It All for a second.
Okay.
So let's go through the because what you're worried about is kind of interesting to me. So let's go through what happened. So not only did they break into a lab and start letting out dangerous creatures and stuff.
Oh
like
my
that.
God! Yeah, playing stupid games.
Yeah, playing stupid game, letting out. They hacked and got onto the bridge, activated the computer. Activated the ability to the maps for the computer, activated impulse, activated the warp core, and your problem is she wanted to change some documents in her file. I feel like there's a lot bigger issues they're having right there when two cadets activated the warp core without a massive amount of just a teacher just walks up and been like, wow, y'all are in some trouble.
Yeah, there should have been a lot more attention because they could have just stole that ship. I mean, that just seemed, yeah.
And that is not
wrong. As much as we all joke about the shuttlecrafts that can be stolen in Star Trek, this is well beyond that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. My whole thing is, I feel like you're absolutely right. First off, nothing you said is incorrect, and they're all horrible infractions that are all worthy of being expulsion or worse.
You should go to jail.
Absolutely.
Not to interrupt you, but let's just to put it in the real world. Let's say somehow two cadets got on a nuclear vessel that was in dry dock or whatever, and activate its engines. That's go to jail.
That's military prison shit for for sure.
No, yeah. My whole thing is, for a show, and I guess again, you guys are absolutely right. My idea and my thought process is more centered around the concept of Starfleet Academy as a show. So at its core, it's about, these are going to be the future, whatever. We saw in the past a good Starfleet Academy episode years ago when the cadets had the issue and Will Wheaton's in that one and all that. I can't remember the name. You guys probably remember.
Oh, the
name,
one where they did the race and somebody.
Yes. Yeah, and someone they tried to do the aerial thing, and someone dies or gets killed or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see that there was a mistake, repercussions happened, and people were expelled. People lost their careers, it was a damning, horrible thing. And this girl's trying to go in, and something very important, which they literally tongue in cheek call the captain's fast lane, so to speak, thing. The idea of that being that that's the track you get on to become a captain.
Yeah, the command track or something like that.
Yeah, there you go, something like that. And it's like she's changing her. My whole thing is, why bother? Why go through that? And even Ake says later on, which kind of invalidates that whole thing. Ake's like, we're not determined on those kind of critiques. The idea that
the command track could have been, not to interrupt you, the command track could have been, she was saying just to get into Federation didn't matter. The command track could have been impacted by it.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Okay, sorry, that's misunderstanding on my part. Right on. But still, either way, I feel like it's such an important potential step in her career that it's, and I don't necessarily know. Here's the other thing. The minute they walked on the bridge, I wasn't worried. I had no fear at all that they were going to suffer real repercussions, because that's been the way of the show. There's been no real repercussions. She says stuff like, so many community hours or whatever, and I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, 200 hours of menial labor or something like that.
And did you guys even listen to what her problem was? She's like, they said I was scared of stuff. There wasn't even anything major in it. It's like they said I was scared of something or something like that. Right. Why just go to Aki? And I mean, if you're going to take the hit, you're going to take the hit, but just go to Aki and be like, hey, just so you know, I changed it for the most dumbest reason ever because they said I was scared of stuff. It was so stupid. The only part I liked, the honest to God only part I liked is when he called her on it, when she was getting the whatever, and he's like, I know a hustle when I see one. Yeah. And then he seems to, for 30 seconds, get legitimately upset because she did put his career on the line too.
Yeah,
right?
Which surprised me, but I was happy to at least see that he acknowledged it.
Yeah, so... But then he was like, oh, it's okay. They said that you were scared of stuff. I can understand why.
I'd have been a lot more pissed if I was Caleb, personally. I mean, she really put him in huge jeopardy, misled him. and there was nothing. And then they're chummy cleaning up a turbo lift at the end of the episode. You know what I mean?
I got to be honest, man. I thought you were going to love this episode. I honestly did, Danny. I thought you were going to love.
No,
it.
I didn't even watch. Like normally, I watch for our streams. I normally like to watch the show at least 2 or 3 times. You got one viewing out of me on this one. That was it. That was it.
And then the other plot had nothing to it. Like, I get it. They're going to end up together in a while. I get it. I don't. Why are we?
We've seen that plot a million times done far better.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. Like, it's annoying when it's a heterosexual relationship. Just do it.
So what do you think about the subtle? They're not cramming our faces in it like, you know, what you do with your dog when they poop on the floor in your house. But, you know, what's up with this Gaten character we've got going on now? Like,
no, that's legit. My favorite thing is people online were like, "Wait a minute, so you're telling me he's gay?" And I'm like, seriously.
Gaten character. Which one are you talking about?
Jaden. I was being a smartass. I stole that from the guys at the Popcast, by the way.
That's what I'm talking about. Like they have this whole thing where they're together. Just I don't like it when they do it with heterosexual relationships. It's more annoying that they're doing this. Like just get them together.
Why all of a sudden is he wearing like? So if you can see the image behind, right here, you see he's wearing pants, but like in the last 3 episodes, he's been wearing a skirt.
I'm not worried about the scants because scants have a long history in Star Trek, so that's my concerns. My thing is like in general, we've never once dealt with that kind of an issue having to do with Klingons, and I feel like Klingons are the wrong place to have gone with that first.
I agree.
Or the relationship thing.
The relationship.
I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I didn't know.
No, because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it could just be Klingon version of kilts. This stage there.
I thought you were talking about exploring a homosexual relationship, and it just happens.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's such a. And don't get me wrong. I guess we kind of tipped a bit of our hand with that, with the polycule relationship of his family, and Again, those aren't the issues that bother me, though. The issues that bother me are the fact that this episode dragged.
It was so boring.
There was also nothing stuck. So what? He's going to be king. He's just going to say screw it and leave. And he might get dirty looks, but that's it. And then this girl jeopardizes her whole career. But hey,
what the hell? Why are they all human looking? Why aren't they in their regular native form? We go to this form. Yeah, like the mystique look. Like I got kind of excited at first. I'm thinking, we're gonna get to see this aquatic planet and all these like special effects. And no, it looked like they were on Vulcan. Like it looked like
you're into.
What?
Those your nature videos you're into? Little
whatever. No, I'm more of a wrestling fan. That's a nature.
That's what I heard it is. Or no, man.
At least he's honest about it.
No, totally. But I mean, and the thing is this, it's funny.
See, Mom even says, why didn't they look all blue and scaly? I agree, Mom. That's what I thought was going to happen, at least, you know.
Yeah.
So the argument people are making is that this is a filler show. So it's a really bad filler show.
There's only 10 episodes. You don't need a filler show when you only have 10 episodes.
So if you spend all your money to where you need that's a problem too. If you spend all your money to where you need a filler episode or a bottle episode in a 10 episode run, you're doing something wrong. But the other thing is and it's so misplaced. So look, I mean, you and me had a conversation about this, Mr. Know-It-All, and I get the concept of something heavy happens, so you need to have a break. But I wouldn't even say that heavy of a thing happened to
Dude, a cadet died, an instructor died. I don't know. I love the last episode. The guy got away, killed a bunch of people on the space. They stole a bunch of like a lot of stuff happened. You know, girl gets in the coma. You know,
but it wasn't. Here's what I'm saying: when you want a heavy, go ahead.
Writer teacher one. I'm not bothered by the same things that this group is. I embrace edict, but I can't defend poor writing. First off, you're absolutely right. Poor writing. Now, I'd like to address the "I embrace edict" comment. I respect the hell out of you. I need you to understand that with everything, and I mean that with everything I have. That being said, I categorically disagree with that statement. Edict means what it actually means. And if people can't accept all sides, offensive or not, agreeable or not, then you don't actually believe in infinite diversity, infinite whatever.
Combination. Infinite diversity, infinite combination.
Otherwise, it's a lie. What you want is half. You want your half of the circle, and that's unfair and it's disingenuous, and that is the least Star Trek thing out there. What I'm describing when I talk about the Klingon thing and why I'm bothered, I'm gonna harp on that for a second. I don't necessarily know if that's what you're talking about, but I think that's where that's where this comment comes from, and I might be completely wrong. But if you're going to sit here and show me Klingons in a very different stripe than you've ever shown them before, you better take the time to ease me into it. Because I'm sorry, just going in raw dog ain't the way to do it. So at the end of the day, everything you've introduced, Worf, we were introduced to him, and he little by little, we got to know more about him. We were given time. Every time you just blow into something like as if this is the new way and you just deal with it because edict. That is the most sanctimonious crap I've ever heard in my life, and it's grossly unfair as far as I'm concerned. Because I've heard that so many times. And I'm like, well, true edict is all of it. Period. Or none of it. And we need to stop invoking that otherwise.
So I'm going to push back a little bit more. I don't know you all that much, Ryder. And if you want to come on live on my channel and have a conversation one-to-one, we can do it. I'm not going to invite you on this because it's not my channel. What exactly are you talking about? Because I think that is... I will give you the benefit of the doubt, and I will say that you were just vague and didn't mean to. But that is not what I truly believe. But since you're apparently a friend of the show, we're going to go with that. So I would like a clarification. What bothers us? What specifically are you talking about that bothers us so that we can address it directly? Because if that's what I think it is, then let's have that conversation. And again, we can do it live where it's just you and me talking on my channel at any time.
I was making a joke, man. I'm sorry.
Who was making it?
I mean,
the comment I put up. This is her answering your question.
I will say for people who've been defending, hey, listen, just because the actor is one way, and by the way, he is, and I don't think it matters. I don't think the fact that he's homosexual matters in the least. But I've been defending, hey, just because the actor is this does not mean that the character is going to stereotypically be that. So for it to suddenly
100.
become that, to me, it feels disingenuous, almost stereotypical, and almost like, wow, okay, so that's range, I guess. I don't know.
I agree. I said something similar a few weeks ago, like that before the character came out as being gay. I was like, well, the actor's gay, so that's coming, which shouldn't be the case because he's an actor. You know what I mean? It's like you're acting.
Right.
That's what Sulu's character. Sulu didn't want his character to be gay. He actually spoke out about that.
Yeah, George Takei. He said that.
It was originally the intent of the character.
Here's my thing. If you don't like the joke or you think it's a poorly timed joke, that's fair. But you can't sit there and assume opinions based on it. Gaydon is something that I'm sure those who are pro IDIC will say have been yelling and have been excited about. So just because we use it, if you don't like in the way it's being used because of the context of it, that's fine. But you're going to need to expand because I don't even think so. We'll start here. All of the people currently on right now, I don't think have been offensive when it comes to that in any of the shows. That might change in 30 minutes when we get a new host. But right now, all of the people who are currently on, I have not felt have been offensive. We have said, I don't think that is something that is really conducive because they're not doing it right. They're using them as tokens, and it's just putting it out there to put it out there. It doesn't move anything. But you know what? That's not anti anything. That's speaking to it.
Yeah, I'm not bitching and complaining about Laura Thawk and Jet Reno. That relationship,
I find them kind of cute.
I like them as a couple. I feel like they you know what I mean. And so it's not like we're against the idea. And I apologize if I offended anybody. I just want to put that out.
Don't do that. I'm not apologetic for it. I'm not. Grow a pair. It's going to be Gaydon from now on. It wasn't before, but now because of that, it's going to be Gaydon from now on. Not only is it going to be Gaydon here, but I have over 135,000 people that watch my channel. It's going to be Gaydon over there now.
Oh, nice.
Gaydon forever. Long live Gaydon.
Stop it.
Don't apologize.
He doesn't know who you are, so maybe he does. I don't know.
Who doesn't know who I am?
It just rubbed me.
Do you know who I am, sir?
Oh, no,
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, you didn't know?
All I know is this. It's like, and it's fine. Look, if you just want to come back, whatever. At the end of the day, I feel like anytime people who believe or espouse a certain thing whatever it is on either side, want to suddenly act like you can't have conversations and you can't pick on things. I'm very sorry, but these are all the pillars that I argue over are fundamental to the core of what Star Trek has illustrated itself to be. Now, does that mean things can't change and things can't shift? No, of course not. In 800 years, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm here watching it because I want to see what you guys have to come up with. And all you have to come up with is that, well, and apparently in 100 years, we somehow have achieved forced diversity on a level that has one male executive officer, and he's the admiral person. And, and the hologram. That isn't feminism. That's agendizing. Now, mind you, I don't normally go here because at the end of the day, this isn't what I don't care about those kind of those normal things. But when after a while, you start to see how they affect the framework of your show, and it sits here and makes it so that things feel disingenuous. Right now, there is a really heavy preponderance of very masculinoid women who are making every single male character look, I don't know, odd and awkward by comparison. It's funny, Laura, you made a I'm not going to call you out on the specifics of it, but you made a brilliant statement where you're like, it's the equivalent of someone being forced upon and then being told, hey, you know what, it's your fault. Good job. This is you for. I'm like, and I saw the minute the situation with Durham started, I was like, oh my god. So like, why did she suddenly go off on him when she's the one sending it? It's just very uncomfortable. So they're not even juggling their own identity politics well in this show. So it's like, if you're going to sit here and have identity politics, at least have the conversation, make it realistic. Don't sit here and pretend that in 1,000 years, apparently only one kind of people or only one group of people can keep everything afloat.
So here's my thing. And I will say this. I understand, because a lot of people are being disingenuous in that they are trying to hide behind, I just want better writing, when they just don't like two people who are homosexual together. I think that is happening online. I think that's fair. But I will say this. I'm going to quote Picard.
Oh, hey, boss. This guy.
What guy? Oh, I'm going to quote Picard. Judge me for who I am. So if you're going to say something, then please, God, look at the body of work that I've done and then use that and have that conversation. And wow, is your microphone loud?
He's got an air thing going on or something.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that is very loud.
I do love that helmet, by the way.
Is that the Rocketeer? Is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah. Yes.
It's the Temu version of the Rocketeer, but it is.
He probably made it on his 3D printer.
Yeah, I printed it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's so awesome. I love that.
But yeah, I'm sorry I missed the first part of the show, but I just wanted to ask everybody, how was the latest episode of Star Trek Epstein?
That's awesome. Wow.
Oh God.
So we've already got. Were you able to catch any of our audio at all? Because we've kind of already gotten.
No. Unfortunately, I saw you guys were talking, but the wife was listening to her music on the way home, and not going to override that.
So going back to what we said, you can now say that there are.
Bridget says hi to you, by the way, Laura.
Hey. So now it's going fine. How you doing? You doing all right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, good. Haven't talked to you in a while. I hope everything's going well.
It's going.
Well, she's still married to me, so
Yeah.
Work on, man.
All right, so what were you saying now?
Well, the real question on everyone's mind, Salty, is what are you giving up for Lent?
I just got today. The reason I was late was because I was actually at church, because today's the end of our annual 40-day fast. So what am I giving up for Lent? F you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think you guys did Lent.
I'm not Catholic.
It's real.
Yeah, he does the fan fiction version of Christianity. Anyway, so going back to
That's awesome.
all right.
Careful.
So
No,
I'm a toss guy.
I want to see the kids are making fun of people. Apparently, that's what we do lately. I don't know.
Yeah, we just got in a fight with one of the biggest fan of the thing, and now I feel bad because if he leaves, that's going to be my fault because I went pretty hard. What, you shouldn't feel bad. You didn't do anything wrong. I went hard on him. You didn't do anything wrong.
Well,
Hey, Salty, let me ask. The thing is what?
So what started us on the road was because the comment was made. Writing teacher one or something. I forget his name right a second. He made the comment that it's he doesn't like bad writing, but it's not. He doesn't like the elements of the show that we don't like because he believes in edict. It was that aside because I believe in edict that really set me off, and I had to go off on it because I'm like, look, edict is everything. Edict
And
is
it's a passive aggressive comment. It just is.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's a passive
really
aggressive. And if you want to call us out, that's fine. I don't mind. We can. I invited him onto the show on my channel because I'm not going to do it here. But he's welcome to come on the show and we'll do it live. But just don't be passive aggressive. If you think I'm away, engage me on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the thing is because at the end of the day, the people don't understand you can have discourse, and discourse involves a lot of different sides. And sometimes, guess what? I've literally said I'm the first to make fun of myself. I sit here and enjoy having a good laugh about my own foibles, and I don't sit here and try to judge anybody for those jokes. Heck, you got to have thick skin to be on this show.
Yeah,
and it's like, come
called
on,
Nerdfights. Yeah.
For real. It's not nerd buddies or nerd hanging out. It's Nerdfights.
It's not a nerdy
Nerds
kumbaya.
holding hands. That's what we.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
did
real
you
quick,
think about it?
we've given our hot takes. What's yours?
Yeah, what was your hot take, Salty? Yeah, now that
Well,
you're
I
here.
think I kind of said it. I'm tired of horny teenagers. I'm just done with this. They had the thread of an interesting idea with Genesis getting in trouble for breaking into the system and everything, but that was like 5 minutes of the episode, while we spent the rest of the episode watching dudes drool over each other and what's his name, lying out naked in the sun, and
That dude is jacked. Oh my god!
3 minutes. 3 minutes of armpit hair was awesome. Salty, let me challenge you with what I got challenged with. Because when I said what you said, let me tell you what. Why do you have a problem with sex?
I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
The thing that was specifically said to me. So Salty, as the fellow person who was, when we first saw it, saying, "Hey, I don't think they're going in the right direction," and both got called old perverts. What do you have a problem with sex?
Well, I don't really have a problem with sex per se. However,
I mean, clearly he's got 2 kids. So
yeah, I happen to have 2 kids that are around the age of the cast members of this show, and if my kids were behaving the way that these kids are behaving, I would beat the living crap out of them. Because I mean,
So how long have you been abusing your children?
I was going to say, I hate to be that guy, man. I hate to be that guy. But, just so you know, at their age, they're all doing what you're seeing, and we shouldn't see it. It's one of those things we don't talk about.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, I understand what happens behind closed doors is nobody knows.
Oh, right.
But this isn't happening behind closed doors. I mean, this is people splaying out everywhere. And by the way, what the hell? You have an entire race of fish people, but they all take human form and get
thank
married
you. I said that earlier. I said
planet.
you weren't here for that. Thank you. Yes, 100%. My mom had the same gripe. Yeah.
You were talking. The thing that got me, and I guess I'm the only one that has a problem with it. I brought this up already beforehand, but you were talking about that was a good plot they had. 2 cadets got onto the bridge of what is a powerful starship, activated its impulse engines, activated its core, got its navigation system on, activated the warp core, and there was first off, there was no security that responded to that, which there should have been, and secondly, they got a slap on the wrist. And I'll say the same thing I said beforehand. If you had 2 cadets that were at part of like the United States naval yards, and they got onto a nuclear vessel and activated the engine, nuclear vessel, and activated the nuclear engine on that, you're spending jail time.
Yeah.
There's no slap on the wrist. You're going to be at Fort Worth for a long time.
Why weren't they? The bridge should have been swarmed by like security. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
But in fairness, remember this is a post. What's the name of the Clone Wars show?
Post-burn.
Acolyte?
Prodigy.
The Prodigy. Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy, where a bunch of kids got on a ship and talked the ship into giving them full access to every system, including weapons, within the first few minutes of them being on
So
the
this
ship.
should have been the Janeway cameo, is what you're saying. Janeway
Right.
and she should have been like, "Oh, I have a new crew now."
Yeah, they should have just said, computer override all security, code Janeway Alpha 2 or something. And granted, by the way, when did Genesis suddenly become the world's greatest hacker? Because I thought that was Mir's thing.
Yeah, I thought so too. Well, he's the one that got on the bridge, but I guess
why did she need his help to get on the bridge if she's such a brilliant hacker? Why is everybody a brilliant hacker all of a sudden? Did they just say, "Hey, hackers are cool, so let's make them all hackers"?
So the thing I'd say on that is like the heroes of the thing have always been like superhuman in their abilities. Like even Cisco was an engineer and could do some crazy things with it. I do think that the thing is that they make them smart at the expense of everybody else. I don't, like you said, and I think it's incredible to me that all you have to do is activate the captain's chair and you can create something that can access any system in Starfleet and adjust to any system in Starfleet, and it looks like a 24th century, not 24th,
like a isolinear chip sort of thing,
or 21st century. It looked like just a RAM stick to me when I looked at it.
And that's the magic key that's gonna. And if she could make that out of programmable matter, why did she need to get to the bridge to do that?
Because I think only the bridge's programmable matter could do it.
Why is the programmable matter on the bridge different than the programmable matter in her quarters?
I don't know, man.
The only part I liked about it is when he called out the hustle. As I said, that was literally the only thing I liked about it. So what do you think? Because I think this is where we're going to get most of the content and most of the fact that people think this is a bigoted show. What do you think about the wedding, Salty?
Well, after washing down the taste of vomit, I thought, first of all, the dude is all hot and horny for Jaden, right? But then
Aiden is his name.
They were continuing that thread of that kind of like
so
sexual tension in this episode.
Right. So dude is all hot and horny for Jaden, and then he just turns around and is like, "Oh, I love you so much," and it's like, what? So your sexual identity means nothing to you, is what you're saying.
I mean, he could be bisexual, but it doesn't make a lot of.
But if he was like the way he's like, "Oh, Jaden, you're just so." Oh, look, it's her! Yay! And wait, what? You were like just about to have a moment, and all of a sudden the chick walks in, and you're so excited. I mean, because he didn't look like, "Oh, let me put on a face." He looked like he was genuinely excited to see her, and he even said that they went so close ever since. They were little, that he genuinely loves her, all this stuff. So then why were you even looking at Jaden when you knew you were engaged to this other chick?
I don't know that they're supposed to be in a relationship. I think him and Jaden are supposed to be the will they, won't they sort of, they're not, it's not a real thing, so to speak, but because he obviously has no problem with him being with Kyle. So the guy from the military college,
it didn't seem like he had no problem with it. It seemed like
he had a problem in the beginning, and it seemed like he kind of came around at the end.
Yeah, he was okay with it at the end after Jaden found out that he's actually got a hoe on his.
And was it just me, or were there a couple moments between Caleb and Genesis that almost seemed kind of?
Yes, no, they absolutely were. Yeah, and I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm sorry. You could take 2 dice with every character's name on them. Roll the dice, and at some point they're going to want to screw in the show.
I have a feeling they're trying to make like Friends in space.
No, they're trying to make, I don't know what you call it, like the massive polyamorous cluster F in space, because everybody wants to screw everybody else on this show.
Not a lot,
and that seems to be the only consistent plot of the entire series. Because notice, every episode completely drops plot threads from previous episodes, except that everybody's horny for everybody else. That's the only thing that's consistent.
I'm just glad everyone got fixed up within a single episode. I thought that was awesome. Like, there was no consequences to actions or anything like that.
Mr. Know-It-All talked about this. I told him, I guarantee you, everybody's going to be just fine. And
well, we still had the Sam glitch a little bit.
Yeah, until she went to her magical holographic spa, and then
How
she
exactly?
back. Fine.
No, you're right. The special effects maker glitch really impacted the whole
Why
thing.
why does the hologram need to teleport? Couldn't she just be transferred?
I know, right? There's so much that doesn't make sense.
Well,
Why reason she needs to breathe underwater? That's why they do that. The same reason.
Why do they need to walk into their transporter when their comm badges are transporters?
I think it's so there's a localized area, so people aren't just blooping everywhere.
Was there even a transporter there? I didn't even see anything.
There was
they were walking into a space.
Walking between them.
Oh, did I miss the pillars? Because I didn't even see them. It just looked like they were
kind
walking
of like in
in.
Picard when people were walking in and out of the transporter gateway kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is cool enough as a thing, except that they've already established in the 32nd century that everybody's comm badge is a transporter.
Yep.
And so there is absolutely no need to have a physical transporter on the ship.
Yeah.
Because everybody's carrying one.
Yeah, but I mean, to the point, you could justify that they disabled the cadets so that they don't do stupid stuff like prank each other and like.
Oh, you mean like beam them into embarrassing situations?
Yeah,
like
correct. That would be why you would do that.
Episode?
Right.
Which they had to override. They had to use Dude's override to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just so you guys know, I didn't realize we were starting late today. I talked to Mr. Know-It-All. I got to leave in 10 minutes, just so you know. So if there's anything you want to hear from me, I got.
So Danny, why did you love this episode?
No, I didn't. I guess you missed my hot take. I thought this episode was boring. MJ fell asleep while we were watching it. It was not a fan at all. Like, especially after I loved last week's episode, and then to follow it up with this one was just a huge letdown.
You see, that seems like such a contradictory statement. Why would you have loved last week's episode if you didn't like this episode?
Okay, there was a lot about last week's episode I liked, but I missed
the first
the show,
4 minutes was his favorite part. It was what
No.
Well, I think
he likes flowers. What were you talking about? Where are you going with it in your dirty mind? Know-It-All. He likes yellow flowers.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? What's your problem?
And
were you looking at something else?
And the way that you can clearly see her form as she's grinding down on what's his name.
Okay,
who among us doesn't like calisthenics?
Yeah. It's a good workout.
Unless there's more to it.
I mean, there's 4 overweight men here. I'm not. I don't think any of us are.
Hold on, Dorkknight. Let me better understand
Hey,
this.
stop fat shaming, man.
Let me better understand this, Dorkknight. Was there something specific that you were focused on in the first 4 minutes beyond the yellow flowers? Because that's what I didn't like. I don't like yellow flowers. Was there something specifically that you were saying that you thought maybe?
No, no. As far as last week, as far as last week's episode,
it's not fun when someone does that, is it?
I like there were no nip slips, street preacher. It felt like Star Trek, and there were and people died, and there were real stakes, and there were consequences, and they worked as a team. Like it just felt more. It felt like the most Star Trek.
No,
episode,
so I'll give you that, Danny, because I don't think there's anything that says Star Trek more than massive death and graphic sex.
Well, I did talk about the sex. You guys are hung up on that thing,
I don't know what you're talking about. I all I'm saying is you're like 40 and you're focused on the sex parts when I was just talking about the flowers. So I don't know. You see how this works, Danny? When you try to point something out and they make you look like a perv, it doesn't feel good, does it, Danny?
I'm sorry, Laura.
It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm glad.
Revenge.
I'm glad. See, this is how
that is best served cold. It's very cold in space.
Well, plus, as you know, Klingons don't like the cold, apparently.
Right.
even though something is served cold.
Right. So, okay, Dork's end.
Hold on. I'm sorry. No. She's talking to me. I'm sorry. Your mother is Danny, I want to apologize that once again I have come at you so hard that your mother has had to come after me.
That wasn't my mom.
That's not my mom. That was a girlfriend.
Oh, that's your girlfriend?
Mom's Penny. Penny's my mom.
Okay, I'm sorry that you had to get your girlfriend. My bad. You had to get your girlfriend to defend you, and I just want to say on this show that hey, there's no shame in it. So I don't know why they're laughing.
So
Your
Salty,
girlfriend had to come and save me.
you didn't because again I only have a few minutes. You didn't like last week's episode, or are these all jokes? I can't tell, like, because I didn't get to go back and watch the stream from last week. Did you?
No, if I were judging this series on just last week and this week, I would say that this series is the worst Star Trek series of all.
Oh gosh, no! Discovery takes the
No,
cake.
no, worse than Discovery.
Wow.
I agree. This episode makes it worse than Discovery. I'd agree with that.
And so I would say, but that's like I said, that's only basing
for
it
you,
on
Laura.
last week and this week.
He was talking to Danny. Told him to be careful.
I'll have to text
Danny-
her later and figure out why.
Danny, I apologize. So let me say this. I thought your girlfriend was yelling at me, and she decided to come and yell at you live on the show. So I apologize for that. I hope we can still be friends.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I love you, Danny.
Love you too, bro.
Thank you.
See?
No, don't say bro. Just say I love you. Just tell me that you love me without the bro. Don't make it platonic. I love you, Danny.
Don't make it platonic.
Danny, come on, let's do it. No hearts. Danny, say it.
I love you, Lore.
Thank you, Danny. Now we can
stuff.
heart. I will heart you back.
And now the two of you can go on to the dry, formerly wet planet.
Yeah.
And one of you can. And by the way, I was insulted that outfit that the Klingon was wearing that was clearly like a dress, and they called it a kilt.
Did they call it a kilt? I was.
Yes, he called it.
I never heard it called a kilt. I
didn't
believe that.
It looked like a mother of the bride dress.
Yeah.
Did it really?
It totally
I didn't
looked
get that.
it looked so bad. It was so bad. Hey Penny, thank you, honey. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
Penny. Mwah. I love you too,
There you
baby.
go.
Hey.
There you go.
Laura's just going to
Penny.
be the middle of a Danny
It's
Penny
okay.
sandwich.
Oh God, I'm done.
Oh God. Anyway,
What just happened?
I know.
And
I thought the show went off the
MJ
rails
will be
when
the-
Laura and I were telling people off, but no, it clearly went off the rails. Just
Well, since Danny is such a fan of the last episode, I figured
Last
that
bit
he
of?
would want to talk about graphic sex as much as possible.
No, gosh, you guys are really. That's a small percentage of that
no,
episode.
I think, I think it's
4
hilarious.
minutes. That's like almost
Apparently the
10% of the episode was
Apparently,
a
last
sex scene.
week's sex scene must have cost them so much money they had to recycle those same scenes at the beginning of this episode. They're like, "Yo, that cost us money. Cue it up. It's a memory. Cue it up." Because we're not going out
It
like
is
that.
like a dress. I didn't see that at first, but I can see it now. It is like a dress, isn't it?
Oh, you're
Especially
looking
with
at
the
outfit?
weird puffy shoulders.
So here's something. Here's an issue I do have. If they're trying to do it to push, like if it's in the show and it pushes the narrative of the show, I'm fine with that. But is this something like what the actor wanted? And I don't mean in a bad. If someone wants to wear a dress, I don't care.
No,
but
'cause I don't
if
think
he wanted to wear a dress, it's kind of like with the when Picard made them have that dune buggy or whatever. That was stupid, but they did it because he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I
Because you
don't
want to look like
think
an action hero.
No, because even though the actor is gay, I don't think he's a transvestite or anything like that. So I don't think that he would have preferred.
I mean, I don't care about that. I'm just saying, did they do that because it's what he wanted? Is what I was asking.
Right. I'm just saying, I doubt that because I don't think he, at least from the interviews I've seen, he's never said he wanted to wear women's clothes. So, but then again, you never know,
Meanwhile,
Danny-
on the red carpet, he looked like Velveteen Dream. So whatever.
Wow. Velveteen Dream. I love
NXT
it.
wrestler.
Now, Ryder, if you wanted to like do some negative comments.
Oh,
about
Ryder
it,
already left. She, they got mad and left.
they should have waited because this is when those comments would have been legitimate. Then I would have been like, you know what, Ryder's got a point. That's why you always stay for the entire show.
What was your point? Go ahead.
My point.
Make your
we're-
point. Yeah.
What point am I that we're all racist and sexist now that Salty's joined? That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Wait,
Yeah, nailed it.
That's kind of where I thought you were going with that. I wanted to hear you say it actually, though.
Where did you think I was going with it? I'll go with it.
No,
What-
no,
what-
no.
what do you
I
think
know
was
where you're going with it. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I said it before and I'll say it again.
He did
When
say it
Salty's
before.
on here, I will never have the show live on my channel. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not worried about it. I love Salty, but he's a bigot. So, I mean, there's that. I'm just
all
kidding.
true.
It's all true. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Don't forget, he's also
Clearly,
a classical-
I only married a black woman so that I could tell people, hey, I'm not really a racist.
I mean, that tracks.
There are
I'm sorry.
I mean,
people,
that's-
there are
you know,
people that have done that.
That's why my girlfriend's
there are
black.
actually-
I mean, you know.
One of the biggest white nationalists online is named Nick Fuentes. Okay, so
Oh,
I mean,
God. Oh, God, no.
there are people who do.
I thought you were going to talk about JD Vance.
Oh no, that's a good one too. That's another one. Nailed it. So I
No,
mean,
I think that this show is a disgrace to what I mean. They're not even making a point. They're just showing stuff. And, like, okay, so we see two dudes leering at each other. But what's the point? Is the point just to say, hey, look, two dudes staring at each other?
It is. It's a tally. It's a scorecard. It's a
Right.
scorecard so that they can say, look at all the cool stuff we do and how we represent everyone other than the fan base of the show that we have.
Yeah.
Because
It-
we're
it-
constantly striving for some mysterious
Right.
audience that does or doesn't actually exist.
Well, if the entire world were made up of people like Danny, this would be the most popular show in the history.
Whatever. I mean, I really like last week's episode, so now I'm a mark for this garbage. Come on.
No, you've always been a mark for this garbage. Come on.
yeah, I mean, what's last week's episode had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Come on, man.
well, so I hate to do this, but I just got the text. My buddy's here. I'm off to go see a comedy show on the strip.
Hey, good job.
So-
Good night.
Well, Danny, when you're watching the comedy show, don't imagine you and Laura and your mom.
Thanks for that final
You're welcome.
visual before I leave.
Hold on,
sorry.
hold on. Wait,
I'm sorry.
wait.
I'm sorry if my relationship with your mother makes you feel uncomfortable, but I just want you to know that the relationship your mother and I have has nothing to do with you. It
Because I'm
is.
married to a white woman, bro.
It is something. Okay, I don't know why my relationship with his mother has you married to a white woman, but it's whatever.
No, he's talking. I love you guys. I got to go. I'll listen to you in
All
the
right.
car.
Hey,
though,
tell,
so-
tell your mom.
God.
Hey, tell your mom I said hi. Okay, do that for me.
Say hi to your mom for me. Say hi to your mother. All right,
Your
later, guys.
mother for me.
I miss our talks. Your mother's and I. Just let her know.
Or Laura
I
will
love
say
you.
hi for you.
You can feel free to just call him dad. You preach is terrible.
Oh, I wish he hadn't left by the time we said that. I would have done that too.
Well, that's okay. Next week, you'll just have to say, hey, you know what? I have some news.
Well,
for you."
hopefully, Dorks MJ will stick around. That's Danny's girlfriend. Stick around. Listen to us talk about him. You can validate us, yes
Well,
or no.
I don't know if she's
Right
going to the comedy show, though. That's the thing.
I think it's
Oh,
just
yeah, I
him.
was-
I think it's just him.
He's
I
not
could be
taking
wrong.
her to the. So you're free tonight?
Wait a minute.
MJ is what I'm hearing. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait. Let me make sure this tracks. Danny was kind of defending this show, a show that features a bunch of guys digging each other, and now he's leaving his hot girlfriend at home to go out with a guy.
I was just saying. I was just planning on hanging out with his mom, but I mean, hey, Dorks MJ, if you don't got anything going on, I mean,
Oh my God!
I can wear I can wear glasses too, and like scenes that involve parents. I mean, it's not hard.
Okay, she says love you guys, and she is here. She's gonna stick around. Okay, it's good.
So she's here for you, Laura. She's
I love
here
you.
for you.
I love you too, Danny's girlfriend.
Oh my God! What a good sport. No, what a good sport. It's awesome.
You need to bring her on the show like right now.
You're like,
Okay,
look, I'll turn on the smolder. I'll turn. Hey,
How
Yeah.
you doing?
yeah. You
Okay,
like
look.
rice because I got a shit ton of it in my kitchen right now. Not even joking about that. I got a shit ton of jasmine rice in my kitchen. I mean, you know,
Listen,
you like kimchi? I can make kimchi.
I love you, man. what are we supposed to like? I don't understand how people.
We don't have anything to talk about with this show. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
There's
I
no
don't understand how people can
substance.
sit here and try to defend the show. And I don't mean defend it like you're not allowed to like it. By all means, like what you want to like. I don't care if people enjoy the show. Good for you. That's awesome. My problem, because I actually had somebody like, well, if you hate stuff, why are you watching it? And I'm like, I'm not watching it to hate. I'm watching it to critique it. I'm watching it in the hopes that something good is gonna happen, especially after last week gave me a glimmer of hope. So if you're hearing a little bit more of a sting from me, it's because I got burned because I believed in something for 2 seconds. And now I come back to this episode and they're like, boo-hoo, everything sucks. Yeah, look, it's such trauma. But here's all this other stuff that we're not gonna do anything with other than just keep you distracted. And that as a viewer, I'm not even talking a Star Trek fan. This show is poorly put together. It's badly written. The characterizations are inconsistent throughout, or non-existent altogether, and that pisses me off. So how am I supposed to react?
And once again, and obviously this is becoming a regular pattern, and it has something to do with the writers of this show.
I think
But
so.
they set up a serious problem for one of the characters and then hand wave it away at the end.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, what you did, I mean, what she did is a criminal offense, where she violated the security codes of top Starfleet equipment and all that. And at the very least, she would be expelled and probably serve prison time. But no, you know what? We're just going to remove your application from the command program and make you do some community service.
So my thing is like, even the worst case, like TNG in its heyday, if Wesley did something like this, like there was a couple of times when the
Think about the
Enterprise,
First Duty.
yeah, when the Enterprise was, we brought up the First Duty too, but when the Enterprise was disabled for whatever, if Wesley had gotten and activated the Enterprise, even just to activate it for a second, I'm not saying that he would have got jail time in the series, but there would have been more than just 200 hours of menial labor. You know what I'm saying?
So can we get her on the show? Like, read this.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
you know.
a good comment, bro.
I would
Like,
love to have Danny's girlfriend on this show. Can we?
it's not in the Star Trek tradition of compelling characters and storylines you get drawn into. Not this rambunctious teen adventure.
Can we?
Bro!
Can we have her instead of Danny on the show?
Just like
In fact,
she's
yeah,
just like
so
excellent
Dorks
point.
MJ, next week when we do the show, you should come on and push Danny aside and just do the show.
Take over for the night and see what happens.
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. And
Why do I hear lightsabers? It sounds
that
I
wasn't
heard-
like that was a neighbor revving his engine.
Oh my god! It sounded like in my headphones. Sorry about that. God.
No, this show is it's superficial fluff with no meaningful substance underneath. It's just meant to look pretty, much like the characters on this show. They're all just meant to look pretty. They're not even characters. They're just pretty faces with different types of makeup on.
So my thing is, in every episode, I guess what really disappointed me and what got me upset, I guess, in every episode, I have been able to latch on to something and say, hey, that is a good aspect. Like, they didn't focus on it, and if they had, it would have made a good Trek show. But it felt like they at least had something that they latched onto. There was nothing in this episode at all that it wasn't even good generic sci-fi, in my opinion.
No, well, it wasn't sci-fi at all, except for the fact that they were in the Star Trek world.
By the way, apparently you can just kidnap people too, and that doesn't like raise any alarms or anything like that. Which, to be fair, I mean, people have been taken off ships and it hasn't been questioned, which has always been an issue with it. You have a computer, a mega AI computer that runs sensors 100% of the time. We're not even going to talk about the privacy.
Except for when the plot demands that it does.
Yeah, except for when someone gets kidnapped. Like, they can say, hey, where is Ensign so-and-so? And they can instantly say that. And then how can they not detect all of the stuff that happens?
Well, here's my favorite thing, and I actually did do a thing about this a couple of years ago, is that if you look at the episode Q Who,
Okay.
what is absolutely hilarious is that at the beginning of the episode, you remember Q basically tricks Picard. Picard goes through a door, and it turns out he's on a shuttle, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. Right?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay.
He wants to. Yeah.
Now, Q of all people, I could absolutely see being able to abduct somebody without being noticed. However, when the the Riker is like, "Hey, where's Captain Picard?" "Oh, I don't know." So they call him on the comms and he doesn't answer. So he says, "Computer, where's Captain Picard?" And the computer's like, "Captain Picard is not aboard the Enterprise." Okay, so you didn't think you'd tell us? Okay, whatever. And then they start searching, and as they start like searching, Worf looks at his panel and he says, "Sir, one of the shuttlecrafts is missing from Bay 4." And he's like, well, that's interesting. And so then they are searching, and then Picard and Q are having their little discussion, and Picard agrees to let Q onto the Enterprise, and they appear in 10 forward. At that instant, they cut to the bridge where Worf has an alarm go off on his panel, and he says, "Sir, the shuttle is back."
That means that's what you're just talking about. That's the sensors that should be running all the time.
But
alerting
that
somebody.
think about this. That means that it sets off an alarm if you put a shuttle on the ship, but not if you take the shuttle and the captain. And by the way, you don't get an alarm when the captain is put back on the ship. Only the shuttle. So the shuttle is more important than the captain.
Yeah, I don't like it. Just doesn't make, like, Q doing it kind of makes sense, but the amount of times that people have went disappearing.
Well, just that transporter field should have set off an alarm.
Right.
Yeah,
and sometimes they do, because in some plots they're like unauthorized transport happening. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's like
it's a wormhole. It's a controlled mini wormhole. He called it. That's the one thing sensors in Star Trek always detect is like some sort of spatial anomaly.
Spatial anomaly, yeah. And I mean, even on the original series, they would have detected something like that.
Well, I mean, they detected if a phaser went off. Like, if you use a phaser, it sets off all kinds of alarms.
Now it doesn't do it unless you intend to do something. I'm kidding. I don't know. I could see them doing some nonsense like that, or trying to explain something stupid.
So
like
this show makes no sense.
Also, wait a minute, real quick. Something just occurred to me. They're stuck there at Starfleet Academy, right?
Right.
Why isn't the doctor who's literally stuck there the one babysitting the place? Did he Robert Picardo?
Because Robert Picardo was busy that week.
I was gonna say, did he have a Star Trek Las Vegas appearance he had to make? Like what? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. Well, as soon as they were like, and especially the worst part is that they went to the doctor's personal collection of weird stuff to play toxic or not, which is like what if it killed him instantly? You know, but so they're playing toxic whatever with the doctor's personal stash, and the doctor doesn't know.
He isn't just. Maybe he did go on vacation because he can just leave willy nilly. I bet he could transfer.
I mean, there's a lot. How does that slug not just transport right out of that? Are you telling me a cardboard box or whatever the hell that thing was?
I want to know who the hell came up with a warp slug. Come on.
In a post-burn society, by the way.
Yeah. If there are warp slugs, why the hell didn't they use those to power starships when the burn happened?
Oh my God, that's brilliant. That's great. Just fill your nacelles with just those guys.
Well, or at least figure out how they work. I mean, Starfleet Medical.
Yeah, see it now. They just put them in the nacelles and have a little electrode to them. So anytime they just like fucking zap them, and
they're just slugs. They're just slugs. Just an intelligent creature.
They have like 300 of them that line.
If they were an intelligent creature, you wouldn't have one in a jar in the doctor's collection.
It can't like transport out of the jar. It couldn't figure that one out. It's like,
yeah, they're obviously pretty
runway time. It needs runway time.
That's why you saw it. That's why it was going like that, because it needed like it had to go a certain speed before it
in order to jump into warp.
Before it to go to warp.
Meters per hour.
and then they freeze the shit out of it, and there's no negative effects to that. So I mean, We just assumed that once it got
I
froze.
thought for sure when we saw Jet Reno messing with her nasty toe, I thought for sure that it was going to drip on her toe and make her toe balloon up in like they did with his stupid ears.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you where I thought they were going to go, and everyone's going to think I'm the gross one. I thought they were going to do some kind of something about Mary type thing in her hair.
Oh yeah.
I was like, really? You're just going to and then they did the freeze thing, and I was like, that's odd. Not to mention, is that the silent gun with no sound at all?
I don't like, and she doesn't feel that. It's a
What
freeze
is
gun.
happening here? What is happening here? Sorry, Gorilla, you missed him. Like just
and you also said that on my channel. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to ask him about it. I got no idea.
Moments ago, you missed him.
So,
I feel like he's a creditor, and we're trying to tell, like, no, dude, really, he's not here. Is he gone? All right, Danny, you can come back now. Like, what the hell?
So anyway, all I'm saying is that's a freeze gun that they used right above her, and she didn't feel that. Like, it freezes. Also, if you take a slug and you put it in a freezer, it works out really well for the slug. So I'm not sure why there weren't negative repercussions to that.
Because there's never any real repercussions on
But
this.
and also, if the creature goes warp, does that mean somehow it has a teeny tiny, like, natural organic warp core inside it? How is it generating
something?
How is it generating this? Sorry, you see, it raises so much questions. The cute
It has to create a field too. It has to create, the only way to go to warp. Warp is literally the creation of a field that bends everything around it. So it doesn't even make sense, like, from an organic standpoint, because how does it create a warp field? And it's connected to things. So why doesn't whatever it's grabbed, does it create the warp field around it?
Right, and that's why even the simplest, smallest warp engines required a fusion reactor to power it. And of course, for the modern starships, you need a matter antimatter reactor to power it. And so, but you're telling me that a slug can generate enough bioelectricity or whatever to generate a warp field?
It's a space slug.
I also love the fact that she can't read the word before it. So when she was saying slug or whatever, she couldn't read the word warp right next to it.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally right next to.
I thought that was some of the dumbest ham-fisted dialogue where it's like, oh, it's not like it can go to warp, and then it goes to warp. Oh, look, it's a warp slug.
You have to read all of it. I don't like. How do you not read that part? Like, it's just silly. It's silly. I still don't get over the fact that this is a ship, a starship that has weapons that can level planets, and there's no security there. There's absolutely no security.
And by the way, this ship is parked right across the bay from San Francisco.
It is.
Yeah, because some people try to say that, well, they wouldn't get in once they got into outer space, they'd be stopped by all the other ones. Yeah, that's after they level half of the fucking planet, because once they activate that thing, they can then just do whatever they want. And even if they couldn't activate the weapon systems, they can activate the warp core, and I wonder what a warp core going critical right next to San Francisco would do.
Agreed.
California would finally go off into the ocean.
Yeah. Right on, man.
Yeah, so what did we learn this week? I think we learned that Star Trek has finally hit rock bottom.
I mean, I learned that Danny's girlfriend right now is bored, so I mean...
And also that she's apparently a more engaging Star Trek fan than we anticipated.
And she likes Star Trek, so I mean, it's like, hey, you like Star Trek?
I got talking about. I'm like, what's going on here?
136,000 people like my channel. I'm just saying, if you like Star Trek and you want to talk about Bajor,
he's got a big channel.
He's ripped that number out.
You want to talk about? I'm just saying.
So,
I'm sure Danny can talk to you about WWE. I'm sure that's fantastic. But if you ever want to know if fascism hit Bajor, just hit me up. Just, James at lorereloaded.com.
You better be careful. You're going to start getting pictures.
Oh, dude, yeah. No, that email's already out there. So,
no, I'm just saying from her.
What do you think I'm trying to do? You're saying what I'm saying.
But what about Penny?
She knows what this is. It's okay.